I'm extremely honored for our next guest. I'm positive you guys are going to get some excellent value out of the lady that I'm going to bring up, Sammy Blundell. She is from the UK, and she is actually the foremost branding specialist in the UK. Can you imagine the BBC? Everybody knows BBC, right? The TV and radio. Being the go-to person for BBC. Every time they need something that's a branding question, who do they phone first? They phone Sammy. And she actually goes on there and talks about it. She's also been recently in Forbes magazine, been also with Virgin, and also The Guardian, and I can't remember what the other...
Telegraph, Observer, Forbes. Yeah, I'm in those this week.
And keynote speaking. And then in a week and a half's time, she's actually going to be speaking in front of 3,000 people. So I'm honored that I can share Sammy with you guys in an intimate setting. And needless to say, she's also got a #1 bestseller. And I'll leave that how you got there for your story. But her book is The 7 Reasons Why Customers Don't Choose You and How You Can Change That. So without any further ado, I'd like to welcome up Sammy Blundell.
Hello. Oh dear, this is exciting. I come over to Mel and Laurie have brought me over to deliver a brand building boot camp on Friday, and Mel said, "Hey, how do you fancy having some fun?" And like, we've just been talking all over the place, haven't we? Going and really changing the way the world does business by transforming the way entrepreneurs build brands, and that's really exciting for me. That's what I'm really, really passionate about. So what I'd like to do, just to test where we are in terms of what you know about branding, what you know about marketing, and the difference between those, I'd like you to just get on your tables and just discuss what you think the difference is between branding and marketing. So I'll give you, say, 30 seconds. Go.
Marketing room or marketing pushing into the table. Yes, getting out there and have our people recognize.
To me is what you want everybody else to do. Yeah. Marketing level and how they want you to come across. My opinion is just
What about brand?
Brad?
Who you are. Yeah.
No.
Let's get forward.
Image and branding is your image. I've got 2 posts out. In your connections and deal with your customers too.
I can hear some brands coming out already. I'm hearing them. Okay, so table 1, team 1. Who's your representative? Joe, well volunteered. Joe, the difference between branding and marketing?
We feel that the branding is the substance. It's what it is you are and what you're offering. And the marketing is how you take that out.
Okay, very good. Very good. Table 2, Neil.
Neil.
We said branding was your image more, how the public perceives you, and marketing is how you reach the market too.
Okay, also very good. Okay, so we're going to go to the firefighter in blue. Donovan.
Yeah, branding is basically, we were saying, well, my words were who you are, and marketing is letting everybody know, so the magnetic attraction, let everybody know.
Okay, cool. And this team here, who's your volunteer?
Branding, we figure, is what comes to mind when when you say the name. So it's not the product necessarily, how you feel
Okay,
about the company.
interesting.
And marketing is how you get the message out to everybody.
Cool. Okay, well, I'm a real simple girl. I'm not a techie. I like to keep things really simple. I've built 7 businesses. Sold my last business in 2013. And we're now building the world's largest online brand building resource for entrepreneurs and fast growth businesses. I like to keep things simple because I'm a busy girl, right? Do you like simple?
Yes.
Yeah? Cool. I love simple. The way I like to think about this, and I think it's really important to understand the difference between these, because what happens is so many people focus on marketing, they forget about this thing here. And actually, this is what underpins it all. So I like to think of branding as the vehicle. And marketing is the fuel. Okay? And what a lot of people do, you might recognise this, maybe in yourself, maybe in some others that you know, is that the first thing you do, you go, all right, I need a name, I need a logo, I need a business card, I need a landing page or a website, and you go straight into what I call doing syndrome. And doing syndrome can be really expensive because it doesn't just cost you to get it wrong and then have to go to a designer and redo it again. I've found that with all the business, I've worked with thousands of businesses all over the world over the last 21 years. And what I found is repeatedly and consistently that in the first 3 months of any business, it changes beyond recognition. You start out serving in one way, and then someone says to you, hey, can you do this thing? And you think, I could do that, and it just changed your business. The problem is you've branded it to who you are now, and what you want to do is think about who you want to be over here. Very much how you were just talking about earlier. So think about where your brand, if today is where you are, and the future is where you want to be, where's your brand going to land? I want you to write that down. Where is your brand going to land? Because you see, in the future, if you create a brand that you can step into, step up to, fulfill, create that purpose, create that vision, and become that brand, you're building something that you can grow into rather than something that suffocates you. So that when you create that new direction or you serve a new type of customer audience, you're not having to go back to your designer again and say, hey, I need a new logo, or I need to rename my business, because you've already seen what that's like. You had a good route around. That's how I'll run it into the future. Like, what does that customer look like over there? What's different about those customers in 5 years from now that you're not serving now? How much are you charging then that you're not charging now? What are the services or products are you providing then that you're not providing now? Doesn't matter that you're not providing them yet, but to just have that foresight into the future and branding, what does that look like? Because you can brand that. Why wait 5 years? I speak to so many people, and certainly you coaches in the room, you'll understand this. You speak to so many people and they say, well, in 5 years, this is what, why wait 5 years? Why do you need to wait 5 years to get that? If you brand yourself as you actually truly are, then you're going to get it much faster. You can create in 3 months what other people take a lifetime to achieve. You've got it within you. And what I really want to inspire and motivate you to do tonight is to get out there without learning anything new. You know enough. You know in your heart. You've got it here. It's already here. Stop trying to fill this with even more stuff because you're already qualified. Get out there and start serving in the biggest way that you can. Because you are an amazing person. And you're incredible at what you do. In fact, raise your hand if you're incredible at what you do. Right? Excellent. You're incredible at what you do, right? And the worst thing is, I call this brandalism, by the way. The worst thing is that you have this most amazing capability to serve in the biggest way possible, and yet there's somebody else out there. Raise your hand if there's somebody else out there that's charging more than you do, or they're abusing customers, they're saying they do what you do, actually they're not, they're leaving them. Really underserviced, right? Overcharging, underservicing, massively underdelivering, creating a whole, I call it an epidemic of people that are leaving a lot of people broken. And without money, I get so many people that come to me and go, oh my God, I wish that I'd have known you. Like an event we ran a couple of months ago, when we flew out to Calgary a couple of months ago, a guy had spent £20,000 on his branding and website. Within 2 minutes, I just said, oh my God, the colours of your brand are completely wrong. You're attracting this person. And he went, shit, how did you know? 21 years of colour psychology. I can tell you exactly who to attract. Reach out, pull that in, 2 colours. 2 colours will directly attract your ideal customers, just basing them on your values. It's not something to go and search on Google, by the way, because there's loads of shite out there and it doesn't work, right? There's too much confusion going on. I'm here to really buzz through that confusion. Be a champion of first-time success, okay? So if we think of branding and marketing being the vehicle and the fuel, the vehicle really, this is your reputation. Your reputation is your vehicle. And your credibility is the marketing. okay? Because if you don't have a reputation, well, you can't buy a reputation, can you? You don't buy a reputation. The credibility that you have, which is all the touch points, like all the heartbeats, every heartbeat that you have, yeah? So, boom, there you go. Boom, there's another one for you. Boom, there's another one for you. Constantly connecting. So stop this brand broadcast and start building brand ambassadors. That's what's going to help you, because that credibility is the heartbeat, and that's what you're looking for. Brand ambassadors. What happens when people really trust you? Do your marketing costs go down? Do they go up?
No.
They go down.
Non-existent.
Exactly. Right? Someone else has just opened the door for you. You don't have any marketing costs when you have brand ambassadors. Because isn't that the fastest and easiest way to build a brand, is to build massive trust? And an army of people getting out there and talking about you positively. Even if they've never spent a dime or a cent, even if they've never spent that with you. Doesn't matter. If you can create an army of brand ambassadors, you never know who you're talking to, but they might know your ideal customer. So if that's the difference between branding and marketing, now I want you to get in your groups again. Now tell me the difference between brand and branding. Go.
Oh, hell. Branding is what you achieve, what you've decided upon. Branding.
Brand is an noun.
Branding is how
Of course, your brand is your image, but branding, how you build your trust in your image and everything up. Different action steps to do.
Yeah, that's
really.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
Very good.
Good.
We're good to go. Okay, team one.
Not a clue.
At least you're honest. This isn't a fake it till you make it thing. It doesn't work with brand. Okay, Corey? Joe? Corey?
I think we're talking about brand is who you are. So I'm just looking at the Remarkable Man project, and branding is how you let other people know what it is that you do.
Okay,
So
very good answer. Over here, who didn't speak last time?
Joe.
Okay. Brand is the end result, what you want to put out there, and branding is all the components that you use to make up that end result.
Okay, also very good answer. Who's going to try this one? Okay, awesome.
Alright, I came to the conclusion that brand is a noun and branding is a verb.
Okay.
That is what the image you want to put out, and branding is the action of actually putting it out.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Any others before we move on to this table? No? Okay, we're all sitting quiet over here. Okay, naughty corner. What have you got for me?
I think it's mirroring what most of the people have said here in regards to branding is the process of branding, of creating the brand.
Yeah, okay, cool. So again, I like to keep it really simple, and this will be really simple for you, really easy to remember, okay? So when you think of your brand, to give you an example actually, I think giving you an example might help better. I did a survey of over 1,000 entrepreneurs all over the world, and I asked them, what word do you connect most to the word brand? What word do you think they said?
Self.
Image.
Okay,
well, brand would probably be Coke or something like that.
interesting, okay.
I was thinking cattle, but.
We're going to come to that. Actually, it was a 5-letter word beginning with T. What do you think that might be?
Trust.
Yes, there you go.
Boom. Trust is the biggest thing that people associate with the word brand. So if trust is what they associate with the word brand, it means that your branding is a trust mark. Your branding, I don't know if somebody said here, we certainly had someone in the session earlier, If you think of a cow, branding. You're branding something. You're differentiating it. So a farmer can differentiate which cattle is his and which cattle belongs to someone else. It's a sorting device. So where it comes to building a brand, your brand accounts for so much more. That little trust mark is a really tiny part. It's actually like the last part of your brand building process. But most people do it the first part of the brand building process. And that's why a lot of brands fail. Because actually your business has grown so much, and effectively what you've done is you said, I'm going to create a Ferrari, you've badged it, and you don't even know what the vehicle is yet. You haven't set the sat-nav, the car doesn't know where it's going, you're pulling up to the service station and pouring fuel into it, and there's a bleeding great hole in the fuel tank. And then it goes, and it doesn't go any further, and you get really frustrated with your business because it's not moving as fast as you want it to go. And it's not attracting customers, because you didn't know which track that Ferrari was meant to be on, so there's no one watching you win the race. There you go. So let's get this right. Let's be champions of first-time success. Let's think about what the brand is and what that trust mark is. So what's your trust mark? What do you want to be known for? You asked a really good question earlier. I love this question. Is, why is the world better because you're here? What are you here to create? What's your 100-year vision? What are you leaving? What are you creating? That when you're no longer here, you are still serving. And if you aren't doing that yet, here's your chance. This is your chance. Because today is the first day of the rest of your life, right? You can make things happen. You can make a change in a moment. You can make that decision right now to be the brand that you want to see in the world. So I want you to write down, what brand do you want to see in the world of yourself? Who are you showing up as? Okay, is anyone familiar with the iceberg? You've seen the iceberg principle before, right? Well, that's why I use it, because it's been seen before, so it's easy to digest, okay? So what I want you to do, just to explain the difference between them and how important they are and how they work in your business, kind of draw an iceberg here. We've got the Red Sea. Okay? Using the iceberg as an example, which is the brand and which is the branding?
Brand is below the water level, the branding is above.
Okay.
Other way around.
Other way around?
Yeah.
So,
The brand, the brand is the concrete things that you've established for yourself. That's under the water that people come to and they see and they trust. Branding gets you noticed, your tip of the iceberg.
I think that's what you said, isn't it? Yeah. So
Okay.
same. Yeah. Cool. Okay. We all good with that? Absolutely. You see, your branding is responsible for only 15% of your entire brand reputation. Your brand is 85% why people buy from you. Because your brand is what other people say you are when they're not there. When you're not there, what are people saying about you? How are they talking about you? Your brand is your reputation, remember? So when you think about branding your business, this is like the smallest part of it. Imagine all of the things, all of the feelings that are associated when somebody looks at your trust mark. What do you want them to feel? What do you want them to say about you when you're not there? Let's have some examples. Give me a brand out here that's really well known, a really good brand. Good brand. Do you have positive associations with it? Good brand.
WestJet.
Sorry.
WestJet.
WestJet. Okay. So WestJet. What? Give me some good things about WestJet. What do you think about them?
They're great service.
Right.
Community service.
Or used to be.
Community service.
Yep.
They do great things at Christmas for surprise people.
Great corporate culture.
Okay.
One of the best.
So who's a competitor of them that you feel absolutely the opposite way? That's who we flew with. So there's yeah, that didn't take long to get that answer.
Did you fly in the front or the trailer?
Oh no, usually the capital class coming over. Okay, so you've got Air Canada versus WestJet, right? So you think that no matter, even if Air Canada went and rebranded and spent $50 gazillion on rebranding that airline,
Which they've done.
which probably they've done many times, right? Do you feel better about them because they shoved a new pretty thing over the top of what they stand for?
You can spray paint a piece of shit, but it's still a piece of shit.
It is still a piece of shit, right?
But it's pretty.
But this is why, and you've probably noticed it before, you know, you go to a restaurant and you have a bad experience at that restaurant, you go and tell everybody that's a really shit restaurant, so then other people stop going to the restaurant, new owners come in, they rebrand it, and it looks glorious, but still no one goes in because that's missing. Because what happens if I took that away? What would happen to the top of the iceberg? What would happen?
Sink.
It'd sink. So no, don't, this is what, like, it doesn't matter, right? For a branding expert, I know that I'm telling you not to concentrate on the logo too much, but seriously, right? Your logo should be the last thing you think about when you're building your brand and you're building your business. That's the cherry on top. It's the thing that helps people to identify who you are. But you can go out there with great business cards and a lovely looking website, but actually if you don't have any of this, if your credibility, trust currency, I want you to write that down. Trust currency is what you are building. Trust currency is the currency for you to trade today. And believe me, the more you invest in building your trust currency, the more financial currency is going to come your way without you having to work too hard to get it. Trust currency is what builds brands. Focusing on the money is what destroys them. And I know too many people that have gone under because of that. So tell me, how many chances do you get to make first impression? One, right? And if someone comes to your website, you've probably got 3 to 7 seconds maximum. It used to be 7 seconds, it's now about 3. And do you like statistics? Do you like numbers?
Yes. Yeah.
Get this is really fascinating. From the moment you wake up in the morning,